because for some reason people want to consider me guilty for what my father did, which is just fucking gay as fuck. Because
No, 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 no. He's painting this as a guilt by association thing. It's not a guilt by association thing, guys. Like, God, what? Dude, he's such a dishonest freak. Like Tectone is actually such a fucking dishonest freak, dude. It isn't that people are painting him as guilty by association. It's because he is the one that constantly brings his father into the spotlight in order to farm for sympathy points, right? So obviously people are going to be curious about his fucking father. He is the one that constantly brings up private shit in front of his audience for people to sympathize and farm sympathy points with. Dude, it's just this. Oh God, this guy's like viscerally disgusting.
the thing is, and this is the reality, the internet wants to hate me. They don't know why they want to hate me, but they want to hate me. And they don't have any reason to hate me. So they listen to people who lie, and they go after my relatives instead of the content of what I've actually done.
What?
And what they don't know is it doesn't do anything. I don't lose sponsors from this. I don't become less successful. Nobody's like, oh, well, this guy's dad's fucked up, so that means this guy's fucked up.
Well,
but
no one's
I just don't
aiming
like people
for
thinking
that
that they have
right
any
now.
type of tool to do anything. And the problem is this gives way too many retards the ability to think that they have
to their careers,
to my success. But the reality,
Really, Tectone, you can't think of a single reason why someone might dislike you. You can't think of a single reason. And by the way, this isn't like someone telling someone else how to think. Like these are actual clips, okay? Listen, when it comes to your personal behavior,
carry our marriage, and you know that. Freeman, you know that.
I think we have a pretty 50-50 marriage.
You're high.
Tectone gives the game away in this clip for being a wholly unlikable tool and bull. What's more shocking, though, is that he has the lack of self-awareness to do this with his then-wife on a live stream.
You're high. I'm not saying you don't help, but do you think it's 50-50? Explain.
I mean, okay.
I would unironically say I'm probably one of the best husbands on planet Earth.
You're a very good husband.
No. I wouldn't say very good. I would say one of the best.
I'm just saying, like, you carry in social aspects, I carry in the back-end tech stuff. And I feel like together, we make a good team.
But marriage, dude, I am the conflict resolution god.
Yeah, you are.
100%.
No, 100% you are.
I am the greatest shoulder to cry on. I am the greatest consoler. I'm understanding everything. The romantic shit I do is crazy. Like, why are you giggling? Freeman, you know beyond a shadow that I am an incredible husband.
I never said that you weren't.
But you never said that I was.
Okay, you are an incredible husband.
How accommodating I've been is insane.
He's really channeling that inner narcissistic sassy gay man to tell his then wife that she isn't worth anything. He's the best guy ever.
How accommodating.
so just FYI, okay? So just FYI, this isn't anyone telling you what to think, okay? This is the clip in its full context, right? And I don't see him addressing this, and he's like, oh, the internet loves to hate on me. Well, maybe they're hating on you for valid reasons, actually. Maybe this is part of that.
Dating I've been is insane. Why are you not saying anything?
I'm saying, yes, I agree. Of course.
So for like marriages and emotions and
You know what Erudite content is really good? If she can play it as a joke, like her interview with Destiny over old tweets. Yeah, but like the thing is that I feel like Erudite might be the kind of person where you just like feel as though like you're walking around like glass shards when you're like talking with her, you know, like in fear of her like going actually, you know, like I feel like she's that kind of person where she just like instantly goes to the whole like Reddit moderator voice, r slash relationship advice, you know, you know how r/relationship advice people are, like they're always like actually, as an expert in relationships, whatever. Like, you're just afraid of making a joke, you know?
understanding and communication. I would say I do about 90% of that.
Yes.
Okay, there we go. The majority of marriage is communication.
Yes. I give you your space, you give me my space. We mutually love each other. We mutually are happy with each other. We're still each other's best friends, I hope, right?
That's a lot of assuming happening
Okay,
right now.
come on. Oh, shit.
It's a lot of assuming.
When this car clip resurfaced online, Tectone went to
Physics,
sweep it
you're
up
right.
directly. But specifically what I find interesting is he says, quote, "We pretty much had to get a divorce to save our friendship, which worked, and was definitely for the better. You may not realize it yet, but this is just an outright manipulative lie by Tectone, something I will explain in more depth shortly." Tectone would further present this narrative that everything was all good on stream.
Anyway, this is just the tip of the iceberg. It goes way deeper than that. But like, yeah, just so you know, okay, every single time Tectone misrepresents or lies, I'm gonna pull up a clip, okay? Like the thing is that I just can't stand this guy lying to his audience, and he has a massive fan base, okay? Like he has a massive, he has a massive fan base, okay? So like every single time he lies to his audience, I just can't stand it. Okay, like I just have to bring up the fucking like pieces of evidence to like counter it.
Reality
Okay, I have
is
to.
that I'm still
All right.
succeeding every day in spite of them, and that's what drives me. I am a man.
Again, just so you know, again, it isn't just someone telling you this. Okay, like it is solid proof. Okay, so just
That is
saying.
100% fueled by spite and hatred. 100%. And the great news is they think they stress me out and it's going to make me bald, but I'm already bald, so they can't get me on that forefront either.
Ha ha ha.
Does it stress you out though?
Bro, I'm stressed 24/7. I'm stressed.
What does that look like?
Being stressed?
Yeah, like for you, when you say I'm stressed, how do you know? Like, what are your markers that you're
I
stressed? How
can't
does that
remember, like,
present?
once again, I'm very happy in life, but it's a general feeling of unsafeness at all times. And the reason why I feel unsafe,
You know what? I kind of feel the same too. I wouldn't say unsafe. I would not say unsafe myself. But like I think that at some point when I thought I wasn't gonna make it as a content creator, I have less of that feeling now. But like when I thought I was like chasing a hopeless endeavor, like I was like really not happy. But I think right now I'm stressed but still happy, you know? Like I would say like I'm stressed out just mean because I'm currently in the like fucking grind zone for the content creation shit. But at the same time I am happy because I am doing something I truly love. So, you know, it's like it is a mixture of different emotions, you know. But anyway, sorry. I'm just like sorry, who asked? No one asked, okay? But I'm just making some side commentary about myself.
well,
No.
when you're a guy and you get shit nonstop for not the things you've done, but for the things that people have pretended you've done and your relatives, I don't get
Like
a moment
what?
where I get to think,
I want
okay,
an
well, I haven't done
example.
anything bad, so it's fine, I get to chill. In my mind, I'm just like, okay, so when is the next person going to drop the next Google Doc? When is the next
Mm.
person who's going to lie and give me shit that I have to deal with that I shouldn't have to deal with? And it's fucking irritating. It's
That
annoying
must
as
be
fuck.
tough. That must be tough. Have you ever heard of the word locus of control?
No.
Dude, just so you know, like literally every single one of Tectone's exes have dropped a Google Doc against him. And it isn't just like fucking who make a lol Me Too allegations. Like it is actually like court docs type shit where they have to come out like in terms of sexual assault, like accusing Tectone of sexual assault. Like yeah, it's just so you know, it's not the
Okay,
same
there's this concept in
of
psychology
what
called
he's
the
putting
locus of
it.
control, and we can have an internal locus of control
I
or
mean,
an
maybe he's
external
talking about
one.
other
The internal
allegations.
one
I don't know.
would be like, do you know like the Stoics, like the Greek
Yes.
Stoics? Yeah, where they're like, all I can control is myself, and that's all I worry about. An internal locus of control says I control things, I control the environment around me. You know, I can control the world about me. Whereas an external one would say, the world happens to me, and I'm along for the ride. And what you're describing here a little bit is kind of this forced experience, and people have a mixture of all these internal locus of controls depending on the situation. But one thing is that when people go through really distressing events, oftentimes our locus of control becomes very
I'm reading
externalized
text on
because
chat. Don't read
oftentimes
it.
these distressing events are happening
Do
to
something
us.
better that's very mental,
And it can
please.
be really hard to kind of
Jesus.
map on not just, you know, there's this accountability piece,
No one deserves
but
that.
part of this accountability piece is actually saying, what can I even have a hand in this to prevent like this pain happening again? Do you feel like you map onto anything that I'm saying here?
Well, no, I've never thought of that. I've never thought, what can I do to prevent this from happening again? Because there's nothing I can do. I've already accepted, okay. So I can't prevent it because it can happen at any time. And that's the whole issue with the space. And I plan on talking about this very soon. Large content creators are absolutely powerless to prevent themselves from the wrongdoings that random no names can do. There's nothing you can fucking do. There's nothing I can change about my content. There's nothing I can change about my person to prevent this from happening.
She's not
It's
good at
just
it?
there are bad people on this earth, and they're
Which part
going to do bad
specifically?
things to you. And the only thing that you can do is be prepared. I'll be real. I am one of those fucking schizos that types my name into the search bar every hour of the fucking day to get ahead of the bullshit. Even just yesterday. This happened just yesterday.
Wait, so that's how he discovered Chud Logic? So just so you know, okay, Tectone at some point, so Chud Logic made segments on Tectone, and so does Queeman and the rest of the Shia crew, okay? Well, like, just so you know, all right, they bash Tectone, but Tectone does name drop some of them, right? Like Tectone has confronted Chud Logic on stream before, and it was not a good showing by Tectone. It just made Tectone look like he was trying to manipulate Chud Logic into not talking about him or trying to be more amicable towards him, right? Basically, he was referring to how he wanted to play Fortnite with Chud Logic, and meanwhile, Chud Logic keeps on going back to the drama questions instead because he can tell that Tectone was trying to divert off and trying to be more amicable towards him or whatever, but Chud Logic was not having it. But yeah, I guess that's how maybe that's how Tectone discovered Chud Logic. Man, I guess I know now that if you make any kind of video on Tectone, I guess now I know that yeah he's going to discover you, right? Because I think at some point my reaction to the Tectone allegations to that Tectone video, I posted it myself, and somebody else shared it to Tectone's Discord server, and it was deleted by the mods. So like they're like actively sweeping fucking Tectone videos, anti-Tectone videos, specifically about that one specific video that I was showing you guys. So yeah, I mean, like, it's gosh, he's so slimy. Fuck.
This one guy says accused rapist berates his girl.
He actually completely was lying because he knew Chud Logic quite well before that. Yes, there's also that part too. And I'll explain that part too, okay? Because fuck, I feel like every single time I go over Tectone related stuff, there's just so much lore. And there's like new people in here every single time. So I have to like repeat a lot of stuff. So, hope you guys don't mind. Anyway, the point is basically a long time ago in the past, apparently Tectone has messaged Chud Logic saying, hey, do you want to play Fortnite? And that was literally it. Like, it's like, do you want to play Fortnite? So it's like kind of proof that Tectone knows who Chud Logic is way back then even. But then when Tectone is smack talking Chud Logic on his own live stream, do you know what Tectone said? Tectone said, oh, I don't know who this person is. This Chud Logic, Chud Bud Logic, or whatever the fuck, right? So it's like, it's kind of weird that, there is evidence of you reaching out to Chud Logic in the past, but here you are pretending that you don't know who he is. It's like, okay, that's kind of weird, dude. All right. TLDR is that he knew Chud when he was super tiny and asked him to play Fortnite. Oh, okay. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I don't know. But like, Tectone tries to make a lot of orbiters on purpose. Okay. Listen, that's his entire thing. Okay. He enjoys making orbiters. How is he still relevant though? Tectone? Because he's part of Asmongold's orbit, and he technically is under Asmongold's talent agency named Mythic Talent. So if you don't know Asmongold's entire circle, his entire orbit, he basically founded a talent agency named Mythic Talent that employs people like Kershay and Tectone. And these people cover for Asmongold constantly. Basically, it's all part of this incestual network of like controversies. But yeah.
On stream and makes him clean his vomit off the fucking floor, which is like, what the fuck, bro? I read so much.
So many dumb people are popular. It is very blackpilling. It really is. And Asmongold is probably Asmongold and Hassan. Like, oh my god, dude, they are so bad for politics. I wonder what the average age of his viewers are. I mean, considering how he appeals specifically to the Genshin Gacha space, the Genshin Gacha space typically has a very low average like age. Okay, like I would say teenager. I would say teenager to mid-20s. I would say teenager to mid-20s, okay? Just for reference, my audience, you guys, okay, your ages are much higher, like mid-20s to mid-40s, okay? So like we are full of like older people, to be fair, like boomers and shit. But yeah,
anyway. Shit about me thankfully it got community noted and I completely ratioed the fuck out of them. But you saw that was a post that could have gotten traction. It looked like a post that would have got traction, but now After 6.5 years, finally I have people on my side who community noted that shit and obliterated that fucking guy. But yeah, it's irritating. There's not. It doesn't matter how much money I donate to charity. It doesn't matter if I change my style.
By the way, it just sounds like Tectone is doing it to himself, right? He kind of has he kind of has the locale gene, right? He searches up hate content of himself. I think that that is affecting him worse mentally than versus anything else. I get the entire like, oh, I have to get ahead of the allegations kind of thing, but it practically sounds as though that it really is like, oh, I'm just like hate watching myself, you know, in a way. But yeah, hold on. 21 here. I'm old. I'm born before 90s. Only VTubers. So many midwits who were born all after 2005. No. Hold on. You know what? I'm honest with you guys. You guys know that, right? I'm honest with you guys. Here. You guys want to look at some cool statistics? So, here is the statistics, okay? Unique viewers, all right? Videos, channel watches. So here, if we take a look at the age, okay, and the age and gender, all right? So female, 6.4%, male, 93%. This is expected for Twitch Bowl, okay? And you can see here that my average age of the audience, okay, is indeed mid-20s to mid-40s. See? Mid-20s to mid-40s. All right. If you go to my live, which is you guys, that's you. That is you, okay, literally, okay? If you go to my live, all right, it is literally mid-20s to mid-40s. See? The 65 plus is definitely is people lying. Yeah, no, I agree. I agree with you, okay? So this is why I focus on this. Most people will not lie though, okay? But anyway, all right. Yeah, just so you know. Videos is just slightly different. It's not all that much different, but yeah, anyway, there you go. Okay.
Content, these evil people will still exist, and that's why I've dedicated my
Hey, find yourself another content creator that is as honest as me, okay? When it comes to showing their, like, you know, back end.
entire
Okay?
content structure to having the backs of everybody else who gets fucked over by these terrible pieces of shit. It's the same thing we just saw with Corey Kenshin. It's the same thing. It's the same thing that happened to one of my favorite content creators of all time by the name of Tobuscus. Bro got completely fucked over. He's, I'm not going to lie. You can tell how much that shit fucked him up. The Tobuscus of 13 years ago is not the same guy that we see today. And I think that's fucking terrible. So I am attempting to be the guy who constantly consumes this shit and to have the backs of everybody that is actually being wronged, just like
I mean, this just sounds like self-harm. Like, you know, like if you're just like searching up hate content of yourself on YouTube, like I'm sorry, this does not sound healthy whatsoever. It just doesn't. I once did this. I once did this when I first started content creation and when my first controversies started dropping. I once did this. There's a reason why I don't do it anymore. Okay? Because at some point, you know, when you're constantly watching hate content of yourself, your own perception of yourself gets warped. You feel worthless as a human being because you feel as though that you can't live up to people's expectations of you being a cool person or whatever the fuck, and that starts affecting your content. So it also lowers the quality of your content. Okay, I don't actually believe that you should feel obligated to see like the worst parts of yourself being brought into the light constantly over and over and over again. Okay, it's not healthy. So whatever Tectone is doing is not it. Okay, just FYI. I'm saying this in perfectly good faith. Okay, I'm saying this in like completely good faith.
wish anybody had my back.
So you're you're trying to do to others what you wish people had done for you 6
Absolutely.
years ago, and even now.
Absolutely. I mean, it's the same thing with Nuxtaku. Nuxtaku got fucked by VShojo, and I'm going to make sure that when he talks about
Now I only make hate content. I don't view it. Yeah, sure.
how hard he got fucked, I'm
No. Hold on. That didn't insult me. That didn't insult me whatsoever. Okay. No, I totally get it. If someone is if someone that I make hate content of does not notice me or whatever, you know, it just goes to show that you're somebody who, you know, isn't self-harming. But if you are self-harming, listen, if you are self-harming, yeah, I'm gonna make fun of you more. Okay, fuck it. All right, because I know I can get attention from you, right?
I'm going to make sure that me, my chat,
Yeah, of course
everybody
I'll
who
do
consumes
that.
my content is there for the vindication, because everybody's there for the allegations. Nobody is there for the vindication. And that's how these horrible
Yeah,
people have
we're all
power.
gonna gossip and talk about you, exactly.
How does that make you? How does that change? Has that changed the way that you view the world?
Oh, I'm so angry and bitter these days. It's insane. I legit, a couple of years ago, I have a couple of anxiety issues, but I'm generally a happy fucking guy. These days, I'm so pessimistic, it's insane. I expect the worst, and the worst thing is, I'm usually right. It's a shame.
But I mean, you're doing this to yourself, dude.
How does that? So you
my
say I'm a
God.
really happy guy. So when you turn off stream, are you able to kind of compartmentalize this of like, okay, well, when stream's over, I'm not going to worry about all of this stuff.
You know what happens when stream is over? I turn on Path of Exile or Cyberpunk 2077. I stream for people I care about, and then I put on a fucking Deltarune theory video in the background. Okay, that's what I do. Like I am like, I would say that it took time for me to compartmentalize things, but eventually, yeah, I do it. Like I do actually separate myself from the space. Like even when I'm interacting with the server, I'm not exactly like thinking of myself as like a content creator when I'm interacting with the server. Like, I'm just like a regular Discord shitter. You know what I mean? Like when I'm like fucking shit posting in general chat, like I'm not exactly trying to be like uppity, you know? Anyway,
I'm going to do lifetime, but you said you're stressed
I'm
all
just
the
shit
time
Oh, I
and
am.
checking your name.
Oh,
every hour.
oh.
So do you turn off, or is it does it bleed into your personal life as well?
Very
Probably do,
rarely.
I don't know.
Very. I'm actually so good at not letting the actions of Michael, Brandon,
Yes,
and
I have one.
Steve be taken out on Kevin. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not the guy who's
Why
going
are
to
you
take my
revealing these
emotions and say,
names?
I had a bad day, and now
I mean,
it's
they're all
your
first
problem.
names, sure,
I've never
but
done that because I've seen what that looks like, and that's miserable. Holy fuck. No, I mean, I got some amazing friends. I got amazing cats.
yeah, excuse
I got
me,
an
who?
amazing dog recently, which I named
Megalo?
fucking Mango. And now that shit with Mango happened at the same time, and I'm like, way to go, dude. Now everybody thinks my dog's a sexual predator. Jesus. But yeah, all my frustration I
What?
take out at the gym. It's easy. I will be real.
No
I go
one's
to some dark
thinking
places
that.
at the gym. I go to some dark places. I put on my AirPods and I've lost a.
Dude, here's the thing. I would listen if Tectone wasn't such a shitty person to other people and wasn't like a fucking rape denialist, I would 100% feel sympathy for him. 100%, yeah, absolutely, 100%. But you know, he's beefing with my daddy Destiny. Okay, all right. Since I have to guzzle like buckets of Destiny's cum all day, all right, and it is something I do. Okay. I can't stand. No, I'm kidding. No, I'm just saying, like it sounds like he's going through some real issues. I can totally understand that, but like it just feel it's hard to feel sympathy for him when he weaponizes this to farm sympathy and to go against other people. Like it's fine to admit that you have issues, but it's not fine when you're weaponizing these issues against other people in beefs and dramas. All right, like that's it.
107 pounds so far.
Anyway.
But yeah, I go to some dark places when I work out, and I get all of that negativity out, and then I get ready, and then it's funny. So I
And here's the thing, I don't think Erudite is gonna press him on that, but I think that should be something she should press him on, right? Like if you're a good interviewer, if you're a good like I don't know, like pseudo therapist person in this case, you should be able to ask challenging questions like that. Yeah, you should. Because you shouldn't just be softballing it. You shouldn't just be asking wondering questions and getting them to open up, right? You should also be asking questions that challenge the actions that they are taking now, right? Not actions that they are taking before, if that makes sense, right? Like, do you think that it's good for you? Like you, not other people. Do you think it's good for you that you are using your past trauma to weaponize against other content creators? Because I would argue that it's not. It's not good to actually weaponize your own past trauma to use against other people in the space. By doing that, it is actually harmful to yourself, most of all. It's not harmful to other people. Like, fuck it. They'll just view you as a fucking loser for doing that. But, like, it's most harmful with yourself, okay? And the thing is that I think Tectone is giving off a lot of signs that he is actively self-harming. I don't mean self-harming as in like slitting his fucking arm or shit or some shit, right? I mean self-harming in the other in the content creator sense, where you know when you're self-harming, like it's like how ContraPoints said, right? ContraPoints was on 4chan, searching up her own name, right? And then seeing people misgender her and telling her how much she doesn't pass. Why? Don't put yourself through that, dude. Jesus. He's too soft for that. And what industry she asked that? I actually would not put it past him.
I
So,
like,
yeah,
for example,
maybe.
right now I'm going to sleep to playing Donkey Kong Bonanza. Great game, by the way, for the Nintendo Switch 2. You should try it. It's amazing.
The
And Uma
workout
Musume,
is
which
super
is this
corny. It is
horse girl I
corny.
play on the phone. Amazing game. And then I'm
Oh,
all
the horse
good.
racing
I
game.
wake up. I go to Starbucks. I got myself an iced
That
matcha
Pretty
latte.
Derby.
Yeah, Pretty Derby.
I love that game.
It's so good.
I'm addicted.
Yeah.
I'm addicted. It's so good.
It's fucking amazing. But yeah, I
gotcha
get
game,
my
the horse girl
Starbucks,
gotcha
or I
game.
get my gamer subs using code Baldy for 10% off. And then
Christian doesn't
I
deserve
get ready to
Uma?
go to
Why?
stream, and I re-immerse myself in what's going on in the
over?
online
Why
world,
is it
unless
over?
there's something crazy happening.
Bronies
Like, for
too.
example, yesterday when Iron Mouse left v Shoujo, I got that shit on my Twitter phone, and I was like, oh, fuck. Content creator mode, sprint to my computer, fucking bang out a stream real quick. But then I re-immerse myself in the goo, in the gunk, in the trenches, and then I get ready to fight people online.
I'm just gonna say this. I'm actually pretty jealous of any content creators who are rich enough or they make enough from streaming to afford editors, okay? Because holy shit, if there's anything that will spend money towards, like an end goal in mind, is that I want to make enough money one day from streaming to the point where I can just like forget about like making like cuts of my own content. But I have to. I need someone who thinks exactly the same as me. You know what I mean? I need someone who knows exactly when to start and stop, like the cuts or something, you know, and make everything only 20 minutes long and fucking spam out videos. I don't know. Like it's a lot to think
Again
about.
for the next 4 to 6 hours.
Stressing
and
me
then
out.
afterwards, I go to the gym. I immediately go to the gym after every day of streaming, or I go to the gym on stream. But yeah, the gym is my safe place. I think that 95% of people's issues can be cured at the gym. And that's why I recommend everybody work out. Because I would actually very much struggle for.
Well, I mean, it sounds like you go to the gym, but you haven't solved your issues, though. Like that's the thing, right? Like you're saying, okay, 75% of the issues. Okay, first of all, no. First of all, no. Second of all right, it sounds like it hasn't fixed your issues, so I don't even know why you're saying this. It's working for yourself. So it's like you're trying to use an anecdote that makes no sense. It's like, okay. Hit up Alberto. Who?
For you to name an issue that wouldn't be helped by going to the gym. It helps mental, financial.
Schizophrenia.
You know what's crazy? It does.
It is good.
It
does
helps
help
with schizophrenia, because schizophrenic is the worst when your mind is active, when you're very stimulated. But when you exhaust yourself at the gym, you're able to zen out a lot more.
Yeah.
But yeah, and,
Yeah.
and people say financial. What do they say? They say financial. They say mental illnesses. But it helps everything, because if you look better, then you will earn more. The world is very skin deep. If you are attractive, you will earn
I'm sorry,
more
he's
money.
schizophrenic.
It
Is
definitely
he?
scales. That's why I've contemplated getting a hair transplant, but we'll see.
Interesting. Yeah, it's
No.
interesting. When you're
Really?
treating like
Okay.
mild to moderate depression and anxiety in like the mental health field, which is obviously my background.
For a record, I have also considered getting a hair transplant, but first of all, it's too expensive, and you have to pay out of pocket, okay, for that kind of shit. No shot any insurance company will cover you, okay? But like, yeah, I mean, I have considered like fucking filling in some of my forehead, you know, just mainly because I personally feel kind of insecure about it, and but
Typically, the
yeah.
three things we recommend, well, you should be recommending as a therapist would be
My hair is fine, though.
exercise, good sleep, and
Generally
eating
speaking,
healthy,
okay?
right? Like regular sleep schedule,
How
healthy
much?
balance, and then exercising at least 3 times a week.
I got a
So,
quote of like
I mean, yeah, I'm a big
$12,000.
fan of
No shot,
exercise
dude.
myself.
Absolutely
good.
no
So,
shot. No
you
way. No way, Jose.
get all your negativity out at the gym. That's kind of the way that you manage all of the mental load that is the toxicity of this space. This space stresses you out, and you
Why are they both just agreeing about the benefits of exercise on schizophrenia? To be fair, I think exercise benefits all mental illnesses. It's just, but it's not a it's not actually it doesn't actually treat schizophrenia. It's not a part of the schizophrenia treatment plan. You know what I mean? Like there are medicine and there are things that you can do to alleviate schizophrenia, but I haven't heard of exercise as being like a core part of it. It helps it. It helps it though, you know?
You
And the
hate
world.
it in many ways,
The space and
and
the
you
world.
love it,
The fuck you mean that's it? You want to donate $12,000 for my hair transplant? Do it.
and the world. But
Yes.
you also love it, right? You say like, I love drama. I'm very spite and hate driven. So when you say I'm very spite and hate driven, I think people can take that in a lot of ways. And what I want to ask you is, what do you mean when you say that? What does I'm spite and hate driven mean to you?
When I
Your mood affects
when
the shit you
people
see
tell me
here.
I
Yeah.
can't do this, when people tell me I'm wrong about that,
Just so you know, there's like no actual downsides of exercise, okay? Unless you're like overexerting yourself in some way or breaking some kind of bone, okay? Like there's only benefits to your mental health when it comes to exercise, okay? If you can't exercise in a specific way that breaks yourself, you can exercise in a way that doesn't break yourself, right? There's many ways to exercise and release endorphins in a way that, you know, doesn't break yourself, and you'll probably be fine.
nothing motivates me more than when people tell me I cannot do this. I have made
Look, listen, we hate Tectone. We dislike Not So Erudite. Okay, but we gotta be fair, okay? Listen to me, alright? I'm trying to be fair, okay?
a career of everyone telling me that I'm wrong, that everything that I'm going to say is a
Oh
nothing
my
burger,
god.
that nothing I do is going to matter.
Oh.
6 months, 3 weeks, 2 days, a year, 2 years later, they will all say, "Holy
Dude, the bitching, the venting has to stop. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, but if you are searching up hate content of yourself, okay, okay. If you're searching up hate content of yourself and then you're venting to someone, encouraged by the hate content that you have seen of yourself, whose fault is that? Who exactly is causing the misery that you're feeling? That's you. That's you.
shit, Tectone was right." I have done that for 6.5 years. Many times. Not sure
Wait, Tally, were you a therapist before? I think you brought up like, oh, I miss doing therapy. What do you mean by that? Do you mean like
with how
casually?
familiar you are with my career, but I have done this consistently with content creator after content creator, where everyone sees me as the bad guy and they see the other person as the good guy month after month, year after year. The mask falls off and they all say, "Holy shit, Tectone
In a
was right."
past
And when I
life?
see that, it is fucking delicious.
Hmm. Gotcha. So it's like that. Have you ever seen the meme of like my face when that person everyone thought was so nice and cool is finally
Is the
revealed
worst
to be
piece of
most
shit
piece of
ever?
shit? And
Yep.
you're like, hey,
Yep.
gotcha. So